Hi guys, it's been a long time since I've spoken to you one-on-one. We have some stories. Flavi picked these out and they are all about our banned word, D-words. By now, most of you know what I mean when I say D-word. For those of you who don't, it's an alternative term I use instead of demon. The reason why I don't want to say the word out loud is because I recorded these voiceovers in my haunted room and don't want to call anything. I also grew up watching old ghost hunting shows and they actually bleep out the names of the D-words. So not only do I want to prevent provoking anything in my house, I don't want to wake anything in yours either.
And then, I don't know where, I just heard like some tapping on my window.
Como que el mal está allí, como que diciendo, como no estás en algo bueno, pues yo puedo jugar contigo.
Ew, wait!
Yeah!
Oh my god, ew, I see it.
Mira, aquí está una persona.
That's literally a person!
Y luego
Oh my
otro ahí
gosh,
atrás.
otro aquí.
Oh my god!
I don't know why I'm doing this. This is about mimics and D-words. We're just gonna do it, and I think that I'm feeling brave enough. I'll put that right there. And if I get too scared, I'm turning it off. So if anything tries to walk up, be like, bah, bah, bah. Okay, so this one's called The Mimic in the Closet. I love you all so much. Thank you, love you. So then a while had went by. I don't think I could do it. I had repeatedly kept telling her to come play with me. Come. No. Nope. 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 Okay, guys, everybody turn their YouTube personalities on.
Okay.
Hey, guys,
Hey.
we're the Lamb. Hey! Woo! Woo! Round of applause for me.
No.
So I'm featuring my favorite cousin ever.
Yeah!
Eminem.
And the even more favorite cousin ever, Vanessa! Woo! Clap, clap,
But
clap.
Valerie's not here. I tried to read this by myself at my house, but I got so scared.
That's weak sauce.
Oh, let's rewind back to the
Connected.
clip of Vanessa crying because she saw something.
Wait, turn the light on? Turn on.
What?
I swear I saw something appearing right there.
We are at, yeah, this is number 18. Oh my god.
Number
Barely.
18.
I tried to read this at my house, and then I got so scared that I went on live on Instagram. Follow on Instagram. Anybody want to shout out their Instagram?
My Instagram is at
Hi, Monica and the gang. I love you all so much. You are also beautiful and such a light to this world. You guys
Oh,
are
thank you.
so funny and
She was
wholesome.
talking about you.
I would love to be kept anonymous. Now, I'll be telling you the story about my sister's encounter with a mimic or demon. I don't really know what it was, and I don't really want to know. The house that this happened in, I don't live in anymore, thank God. I was really small when this happened, so I don't remember it at all. But I told my sister to tell me this story so I could tell you guys as best as I can. So one afternoon, my sister was in her room watching some show that she was really into. I had went into her room and I was bugging the crap out of her, and I kept telling her to play with me. So then she said that she just stopped hearing me and that I had left to the room. So then a while had went by, and out of nowhere she started hearing me again. But now that my voice was coming from the closet. I had repeatedly kept telling her, come play with me, come play with me. My sister also said that she heard mumbling between words, as if there was other people in the closet with me. So then finally, my sister got so annoyed of hearing me that she got up to go get me out of the closet. Then she got to the closet only to see that I was in fact not there. So in a panic, she ran out into the living room because she didn't know what was going on. She was confused. When she had gotten out to the living room, she saw me sitting with my mom on the couch. My sister started thinking that how could that be if she had heard me in the closet? Then all of a sudden, it hit her. I had left the room. She had been so into her show that she had forgotten that I had left the room.
Oh.
That was not me. I was not in the closet. I'd been with my mom the whole time watching TV in the living room. Then my sister immediately started crying because of how scared she was. Then my mom had explained to her what she had saw/heard. The story of keeps me up at night. I just think, what could that have been? But also, I don't really want to know at the same time, just thinking that a D word or mimic or some kind of creature or whatever the hell it was knew how he sounded, and it keeps me up at night. Anywho, I love you guys. Peace, love, and light. XXX.
Oh, so scary. So scary.
You're gonna be, I bet $1 million you're gonna be sleeping with the lights on.
Nah.
Bet $1 million.
Fine.
If not, I'm suing you.
Your
Your hands are sweaty.
No, let me feel your hands. Yeah.
You're so
Mine.
clammy.
You know, one of my friends has really clammy hands. Like, you touch your hands and, like, your hand will slide off. Like, you won't even get to touch it.
So do you guys know what a mimic is? It's like a type of D word that copies people like in the house to try and trick you to get you to go places. Mimics are literally that. Entities who mimic people you know, but mostly your loved ones. It's said to be a strategy used to gain your trust. We've experienced these beings at my own home, and we've gone through every theory from residual energy to S-walkers. But based on the investigation we conducted a few months ago, it's safe to say at least one of them is a D word.
Demons. Demon. Do you think we should stop? Demon.
No. Goodbye. What terrifies me is the mystery that is their end goal. They'll scare us to fuel themselves with energy, and then what? What happens when they get to their max power? Do they manifest themselves or take over our bodies like in the movies? Will it ever stop, or do they keep going long after we're gone? At my house, my mom will hear, and Fabia's heard this before too. Somebody walks through the front door, you hear footsteps, you hear keys being set down on the table, but then there's nobody there. So that would be an example of kind of like a mimic, because it mimicked, like, it sounded exactly like what my dad does when he gets home.
I also have a creepy story. I was just relaxing in my room, and then it was like nighttime, maybe like 8 p.m. around there. And then out of nowhere, I just heard like some tapping on my window. I heard like. So I like ran out of my room as fast as I could. So I asked my sister, and then we both went in the room, and then I couldn't hear anything.
Wait, did you guys watch the video I posted?
Of course I did. I watched it twice.
Wait, you didn't read anything, right?
Of course I did. I watched it twice.
So you read the story about the bathroom?
I read it twice. I watched it.
God. I was hoping that they would read that and they would just skip it. But my mom's in the bathroom. I forgot why we were over here. Probably like holiday or something. And it was when you guys had the old bathroom.
Oh.
My mom, when she was on the toilet, she heard knocking on the window. And so she went out to the living room to ask us if it was us messing with her. And we were like, no, because we were there the whole time. She went to go check. And do you guys remember how your window was in the bathroom?
Yeah.
It had a screen on the outside. So the only way that it could have made that sound is if somebody were knocking from the inside.
Whoa! I'm definitely sleeping with the light.
Yes, because now he's saying that he hears knocking on his window too.
There's an entity that knocks on windows in our house.
Did you watch the video?
No.
Because you were scared.
No, I was scared because you were in it.
Hello, I just want to start off by saying I love your videos. You and your sister's bond reminds me of the bond that I have with my sisters. You guys are so funny. Okay, I'm gonna get into the story now. This happened back when I was in middle school. It was late at night and I was watching novelas with my abuela and my sister. All of a sudden, we heard a couple fighting outside of our gate. Me being a little chismosa, I went outside to see. The couple had walked away on the other side of the street. So I decided to turn back and go inside the house when I see my grandma walking toward the back of the house. I followed her, but something told me to stand in the driveway rather than going all the way in the back. From where I was standing at, I was able to see my grandma crouching behind one of the neighbor's cars. It's as if she wanted to play hide and seek. She was staring right at me. I screamed, saying, "Ya te vi, abuela." She giggled. That's Scooby-Doo. That's not scary. That's Michael Jackson. Can you do a scary giggle?
Imagine just seeing your grandma hiding behind a car.
That would be
Imagine
scary.
seeing your grandma. Imagine seeing.
Imagine. I scream whenever I see my grandma.
We don't even have one. Oh, wait, no.
We have 2 grandmas. One of them.
Okay, but the weird part was that her giggle was silent. I soon realized that her eyes looked very demonic. I also then realized that there was an open door in which was pitch black behind her. She had got up and kept signaling me to come inside with her. I had told her, no, abuela, ya vámonos adentro. Oh, I got goosebumps all over my body just watching her not talking at all, as if she didn't want me to hear her voice. I ran back inside the house. I told her boyfriend at the time what had happened. He looked at me and said, tu abuela se fue a la tienda mientras estabas afuera chequeando quién andaba discutiendo. I started to feel my anxiety kick in. I responded saying, no, mi abuela está tratando de asustarme. I took him to the back to show him, and of course the entrance to the door, nor my grandma, was there anymore. We walked back inside the house when I noticed my grandma coming inside the house with 2 small bags in her hand. I screamed at her, telling her to stop trying to scare me because then it's hard for me to sleep. She swore up and down that not once did she go to the back that night. I started to do the math, and there was no way my grandma would have been able to go to the store and to the back trying to scare me in a little amount of time. It hit me that she wasn't lying. I started breaking down into tears. Her boyfriend then told me that I saw la ciguanaba. However, I don't think it was her. I think it was some type of D word trying to disguise themselves as my grandma. Which is why my grandma wasn't talking, because the D word or whatever it was didn't want me to figure out that it wasn't my grandma's voice. Oh, and by the way, there isn't a door at the back whatsoever. So I'm not sure where I would have gone if I would have entered inside with my grandma. This was my first encounter with the paranormal. Also that same week, I had my first sleep paralysis. To give you a little description, my sister and I used to share rooms. Her bed was very tall. Anyways, that day I had woke up in the middle of the night. I turned to face my sister and she was in the edge and was about to fall off the bed. When I tried getting up to push her closer to the wall, I was stuck. I kept trying to scream, "Rose!" but I couldn't. It sounded as if I was whispering. After about 15 seconds of this, I felt my body hit my bed. I was in the damn air the whole time. I turned back facing the wall and in my head said, F that, my sister can fall off. The next morning I was going to tell my sister, but she told me about the dream she had. She said that in her dream she was in a room that was surrounded by fire. She was stuck in the wall, not being able to move. She was crying, screaming for help, but nobody would come and help her. I was in shock when she told me. That's when I knew that what I had experienced that night wasn't a dream. My sister experienced the same sleep paralysis that I did, but in her dream. Monica, thank you for sharing my story. Love ya and your sisters / cousins.
Like, love ya. Love ya.
I hope you guys enjoyed my story and it wasn't boring. Sincerely, Jasmine. Wow, your house is messed up.
The portal thing didn't exist then.
Yeah.
It was just like it didn't exist. So basically the grandma was trying to lure her into it.
Lure her.
Imagine where she would have gone if she went into that portal thing.
What if she did go through the portal and then like she's in our universe?
And she is writing this story to us.
But she doesn't remember. She had a whole different life before. You want to say hi?
Es que, hi.
¿Tienes scary story?
Sure.
¿Has oído cosas de mirrors que son
Ah, sí.
portales?
Su tía Marta dice que su esposo, Nico, que a veces ve cosas o ve, como que se ve, él ve las cosas. Y tiene que poner en los espejos como una cubierta para que no le afecte a él. Porque él ve personas. Eso dice, que él ve personas cuando está en los espejos, donde él está. A donde quiera que está, porque estábamos en la casa de McDonald's y vi que Marta puso así como algo en el espejo y era porque decía que Nico veía personas.
Oh, se me olvidó poner esto en un video, pero no sé si te lo mandaron a ti también, una foto que tomó mi tía Marta en un cemetery, creo que, y se vio mucha gente.
O algo así me dijo tu mamá.
What?
Yeah,
Me dijo
you see
tu
a
mamá,
bunch
pero no
of
la he
people.
visto.
Do you still have the photo?
Yeah, I have the picture.
Tu tía Simo dice que un día estaba en su casa, dormida, y despertó porque a ella le gusta rezar por las ánimas. ¿Cómo se dice? El chiste de que cuando reza la gente por las ánimas significa que algunas personas están en el limbo o están penando, se dice así, que están en pena, y cuando rezan las personas por ellas descansan. Muchas personas les faltan una oración o 2 oraciones y descansan. Y tu tía Simo dice que un día se estaba durmiendo y ella siempre reza por las ánimas y que oyó que dijeron gracias. Y ella estaba sola dormida en el cuarto, dormía arriba.
Oh, hell no.
Y entonces que dijo ella, de nada. Entonces dijo ella, ay, pero si estoy sola. Y que dijo, ok, de nada, ya déjenme dormir pues. Buenas noches.
Oh my god.
Pero nunca ha tenido miedo ella, nunca
Well, she's
tiene
not
miedo.
scared of anything.
Nunca ha sido miedosa. Son
Yeah,
flores.
so the backstory
Turn the brightness
of
up.
this picture,
Ajá.
before we zoom in, my dad said his sister sent this to him, to the group chat, that one of her like assistants or something took this picture because she sent somebody to put flowers for ¿de quién es ese grave?
De mi abuelita. Mamá de la mamá de tu papá.
So, yeah, her sister, my dad's sister, my tia, sent somebody to go put flowers on her grandma's grave. And the assistant took this photo and sent it to her. And so when you zoom in,
¿Cuánta gente?
that looks like people, like, straight up.
Ew, wait.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Ew, I see it.
Yeah, aquí está una persona.
That's literally a person.
Oh my
Otro ahí
gosh, otro
atrás.
aquí.
Oh my god.
Se ve
And
mucha
those aren't
gente. Acá se
flowers
ve otra
either.
persona.
Dude, this is dead of night at a
my
cemetery.
god. Wait.
Se ve...
That's a person!
A ver,
It looks like they're
ponla-
wearing
ponla
like
del
wait,
otro lado.
it looks like they're wearing a graduation gown with a graduation cap. Do you see it? Look closely.
Oh.
Look, it looks like she's wearing a graduation cap. Look, that's her hair.
Oh,
And
eso
that's
es cierto. A ver.
Wait, they
Look.
took another zoom in of that. Look.
look, she's wearing it's just oh my god!
Wow.
It's
Y
like
no-
pink.
¿Y no se les hace conocido a nadie de ellos? No sé, me habían dicho esta foto, pero no la
Wait,
vi.
that's
Her hair's
literally a
like that. I
person.
know.
Yeah.
My encounter with the D word. You guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sitting? Mom, you ready?
Yes.
Alright. Hello, I'm Mercedes and I'm from Oregon, and my story takes place in my old childhood apartments at the age of 12 years old. I am now 25, and this story is something I've always scared to tell people because I was scared that I might see it again. Ever since I was 5, I've had experiences with the paranormal. I have tons of stories, but this one is by far the scariest encounter I've had. And I still see them, but not like this thing that I'm about to tell you. During the weekends, my mother would wake up early to run errands. I would always sleep in because I always had trouble sleeping at night. I would see shadows under my door as if someone was pacing, waiting for me. Because I would be by myself, my mom would move me to her room and have me lock the door behind me till she came home. She knew this, and I always felt safe in her room. But this time, I didn't have that experience. My mother's room to the right had huge windows that were to the ceiling and touching the floor almost. She had a huge walk-in closet in front of her bed. And to the right of her bathroom, I always made sure her closet door was closed since it was directly in front of her bed. I remember I kept tossing and turning. I was going in and out of sleep. I kept hearing noises. Finally, I woke up, and I knew I was awake. I sat up, and I stayed like that and waited for my eyes to adjust. It sounded like someone was in the room, specifically in the closet, like someone was going through the hangers and moving boxes that we had up in the shelves. So I looked up at the closet and I saw my dad. He had his back towards me, and I see him moving the hangers, scavenging like he was looking for something important. I just watched him for a good minute, waiting for him to say something or turn around, but he didn't. So I called out to him, "Papi, what are you doing?" As soon as the word escaped my mouth, my dad had stopped moving. He didn't move for a while. It felt like time stopped. I know this because I've had an experience like this before. Whenever I felt I was in the presence of a demon, I felt as if time stops, and the whole atmosphere changes to deafening silence. He finally turns around, but only his head does. Only his head turns around. It felt like forever. I kept my eyes on him waiting to see my dad, but it wasn't my dad. He finally makes eye contact with me, and I met with red glowing eyes. I couldn't move. My eyes start to form tears. It was watching me. I got goosebumps. It looked like my dad, but it wasn't, and that's when it hit me. The night before my dad left to Mexico, he wouldn't be home in 2 weeks. It felt as if time hadn't moved. I needed to get out. I slowly moved myself off the bed, and its red glowing eyes just followed me. I made it off the bed finally, and its body facing me, watching me. I was counting in my head to 3. I was going to run. In my head, when I made it to 3, the slow vibrating growl came out of it. I started to sob at this point. The growl didn't stop, so I finally broke eye contact and ran towards the door. I ran out. I didn't feel safe in any part of the apartment, so I hid behind the couches till my mother came home. Present day, I finally told my brother and dad, because they never knew this story, because when I was going to tell my mom, she told me, "Did you see something?" And I told her yes, and she said, "Make sure if it's something you want to tell me, because if you talk about it, you give it power in a way, and it might show itself again." So I kept that story untold for 13 years and finally told my family. But no demon, thank God. Thank you for letting me have a platform to share my story. I have plenty more and will be sure to send more. Thanks.
That's
Oh my
scary.
God.
It is pretty freaky.
Entonces era un señor que parecía su papá, pero no era su papá.
Yeah. ¿Has escuchado de esos demonios
No.
que pretenden
It's a mimic.
ser alguien que amas?
Estando despierta ella, se viene.
Yeah.
Bro, I can't wrap my head around the fact that people actually experience these things.
I know.
What, you want to? Do you
What?
want to
What?
experience scary stuff?
No.
Yeah.
Like, kind of.
Then you guys should sleep over and we should do like a session.
Yeah.
I'm down for that. I wanna
Yeah?
do
Yeah,
that. We've
you
slept
guys
over
could-
before.
Yeah.
And then you guys could take the ghost with you.
Ew, no. Bro, the dad turned around, but only his head turned around. He was
Like an
someone was
owl.
like this. Like all the
He
way
oído
around.
que cuando pasan esas cosas que como se hacen en vida, cualquier aparición, es porque tú le estás dando la energía, porque tú estás creyendo en eso. Aquí lo único que he visto y que no me asustó, estábamos mi suegra, Martín y yo en la puerta de la calle y de repente de aquí de adentro se vio como un destello blanco chum, en este pasillo, algo blanco, y los tres lo vimos. Martín, su mamá y yo. Y los tres dijimos, ¿qué es eso? Pero eso fue hace más de 10 años.
Here?
En este pasillo. Y nunca supimos qué pasó. Yo pensé que era algo bueno.
Oh my God.
Le dije, es algo de Dios, algo bueno.
When I was in Washington with Fabi, I think like 2 years ago or something, when they were living in some apartments, I just felt so weird. Like I felt like very upset. Or very sad for some reason when I was over there. And then Fabi and Jesse said that one time they saw me walk into the room and they saw something black follow me into the room.
Oh, ¿serio?
Yeah.
Pero la casa nunca ha pasado nada con ellos.
Dice Fabi que tienen juguetes a veces que se mueven allí de Amherst.
¿En serio? Oh, pues ahora que dices de eso, con Alejandra, nuestra sobrina en Santa Anita, en México. Y entonces ella estaba en el cuarto con el niño dormida y en el otro tiene otro cuarto y se oyó que un juguete se movió. Y pensó que era su esposo que había llegado en la noche de algún lugar, pero después no llegó. Y pasó otra vez que una canica caminó por la casa. Un marble se fue rodando por la casa. Y
Weird.
sí, es extraño, pero también había algo que ella se iba a casar por la iglesia. Entonces, cuando tú estás pensando hacer algo bueno, como que el mal se mete para que les pasan cosas extrañas. Como que el mal está allí, como que diciendo, como no estás en algo bueno, pues yo puedo jugar contigo. ¿Quién? Los perros.
They're all crying.
Why are they crying?
Cuando pasa la ambulancia. Pero no ha pasado ambulancia. Mira, están contribuyendo para tu video.
No, pass the holy water again.
Like, how do you fill it up?
Cuando el padre vino a visitarnos. Va a salir humo.
Have you guys seen the video of a priest?
Ay, sorry. ¿De qué?
Have you guys seen the video of a priest and he's just like...
¡Toma, asquerosa! ¡Toma, buen bestia! ¡Toma, sucia!
Do you want to share
That's creepy.
what this guy told us in Santa Anita about when he got the COVID? You remember how he told us?
What
Do you
happened?
want
You want to tell this story?
What happened?
No, I won't tell it good.
You're good. Tell.
No.
Just say it so
Okay,
story. I want to
let
hear
me
it.
let me say it and you correct
No,
it.
you do it better.
So this guy Gabriel in Santa Anita, he got the COVID in 2020. He got the COVID in 2020, so he ended in the hospital. So they had to intubate him, and he has to stay there for a long time. But he was unconscious. So he says when he was unconscious, he should remember at nighttime he comes one girl with the red colors. Clothes is supposed to be a nurse with the long nails, red color, I think. So she used to go with him at nighttime and scratch him and bother him and tell him, your family doesn't like you, your family doesn't love you. Why do you wanna stay here? Come with me, because it's no sense. So you stay here because your family doesn't care about you. But he says that he was like kind of unconscious because he was sleepy. How do you say when they make him sleep? Like
Coma?
In coma. He remembered that every night he hear like the steps with the heels and something about the nails. So every night for a while, maybe a week or something, she used to go bother him at nighttime, but with the same suit, like a red color, like a nurse, but with a red color. So he says, I remember inside himself, he pushed himself to wake up and tell the evil thing, I believe in God, get out of here, move, leave me alone, whatever, So he says, your wife doesn't care about you, the evil thing just to tell him. So in the end, they wake him up because they're gonna transfer to another hospital because he wasn't doing good. When they tried to transfer him to the other place, they had to wake him up so he can be awake to move him, So he woke up And he says he remembered when the day he has to go, he was like a half away sleeping, and his brother was next to him. So they take him in an ambulance. He remembered the evil thing. She went outside to the door, and she told him, "Okay, you have to go now. I have to let you go, but if you wanna come back, visit me. I'll be waiting for you over here." So he left. He went, in the other hospital because they transferred him because they find another place when he got better in the other hospital. But he asked his brother if he remembered that girl that he saw her in the end when they left, and the guy says, "No, I don't see anything. I don't see anybody." And after they found out that the hospital has the reputation that there's dead people in the past. They see animals. They see like evil things in nighttime. They see those things. That's what they say.
Heck?
No
So,
way.
cuando estaban despiertos,
Yeah, it's cool, really nice.
¿la vio otra vez?
Doesn't he not speak
Sí.
English?
Because
Oh,
of
yeah.
everything
Cuando
he's been
estaba
through.
medio despierto, medio dormido, que ya lo iban a transferir a otro hospital,
Y cuando despertó, ¿sí tenía rasguños?
creo que también le preguntamos, pero no recuerdo bien. Porque decíamos que a lo mejor él mismo se rasguñaba o él mismo se hacía cosas y tu subconsciente te está diciendo algo que no está pasando de
Pero
verdad.
si estás en coma, estás
Ajá.
dormido. Scary. So that hospital's like a portal or something.
Oh, en este hospital tiene reputación de que eso pasa. Porque mi hermana Yolanda, su esposo, estuvo ahí también en ese hospital. Y ella también duró mucho tiempo con él en el hospital. Le dijo a una señora que en las noches la señora tenía esa visión de ver cosas. ¿Ha visto usted algunas cosas? Y mi hermana le dijo, no, yo nunca he visto nada. Dijo, porque en la noche pasan cosas aquí, en este hospital. Y ellos estuvieron, no sé, como un mes allí.
You know, at hospitals, there's a lot of like vulnerable people.
Vulnerable.
So it makes sense that, these entities would want to prey on people in vulnerable situations. You're not even in the camera no more.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard that. Anyway, I think the scariest story for me was the one about the grandma hiding behind the car.
Yeah.
And the doorway that led to nowhere, basically.
That
Or
was
led
the
to
best.
somewhere.
But you should most definitely do a video on scary ritual games.
Okay,
Other people doing
I'll
it.
do that only if you play with me.
No, not us doing it. Other people's stories of them playing the games.
Okay, we'll do scary stories games. Okay, thank you guys so much for your stories. They were really good. Fabi did a great job as always picking them out. Say, we love you guys. Go.
We love you guys.
No. We love you guys.
Can you tell we're
Just-
both the middle children?
I just literally.